Winthrop High School grounds, but they still kept all the athletic fields here. It's the Winthrop Grade School when you tag it on the social media. It's the Central Maine Community College Hammond Lumber Maine's Big Z Game of the Week. The video stream is on mbr.org and brought to you by OA as the Winthrop Monmouth Ramblers host the Lisbon Greyhounds for the Class D South regional title. Winner of this one will take on MCI next Saturday. Matt Boutwell with you here for the pregame show. Ryan Palmer and Dave Wing will be your guests today, taking you along for this ride. You guys have seen these teams, right? You guys have both seen them. What are your thoughts?
Well,
I haven't had a chance to see them yet.
I've seen Lisbon, and I think it's that three-headed monster, just like Winthrop has. It's Noah Francis, Lucas Francis, and Tyler Halls, and each of them made unbelievable plays in that game last week. And we'll talk a little bit more about what adjustments they made at halftime against Oak Hill and whether or not they actually should have used it. But I have seen them, and they're very good offensively.
Ryan, you get to see Winthrop Monmouth against Dirigo.
I saw Winthrop twice this year. They're very, very quick. The quarterback, Matt Ingram, will hook up with Bennett Brooks. I mean, Ingram can throw the ball. Brooks can run like the wind. And they'll also have Nate Scott in the backfield as well. Winthrop's very, very quick on both sides of the ball. These two teams did meet first game of the year, and Winthrop won convincingly by about 4 touchdowns.
A lot of folks.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so we'll see. I expect a different outcome today. Much closer game.
I think that maybe Lisbon hadn't settled on what they wanted to do offensively would be my sense on that. Although I think that Winthrop certainly has been the team to beat all year, no question.
We just heard a national anthem. I think it was a dry run for the national anthem.
I think practice run.
Yeah, I think it is. Winthrop also has a huge offensive line. They're out here on Sundays pushing tires. I know 72 Josh Kenny was one of those that was doing that on Sunday mornings. Hard-working line, very hog-like, I'd say.
Yeah, I think we've seen a little bit of that. I watched a little bit of Brunswick and Brewer last night. And you talk about big teams that play two tight ends and run right at you. So we may see that's what Lisbon did last week in the first half. Two tight ends, two tight wings, and ran it right down Oak Hill's throat, and Oak Hill had no answer. So,
but you had made a point, too, that Lisbon showed something different last week, that you're kind of surprised that they showed it. Yeah, they really didn't have to. They had that game last week won, and they didn't like to show what they showed in the second half, and that could have.
It's the age-old debate. Do you show something in 1 week, and the other team now they have to spend all kinds of time preparing for it, and it takes away from preparation on something else, or do you, if you've got the game in hand, do you keep it in your pocket and hope that you can spring it on them in the second half of a game when they don't have a chance to make adjustments? So they used it last week.
Certainly did.
Winthrop also has something you don't see a lot in Class D, somebody who can kick the ball. We saw a 30-yard field goal last week.
Oh, wow. That in a game like this, that could be a game changer.
It absolutely could. In fact, we actually saw a little bit of that last night because you had a couple of teams in Portland and Wyndham that could both kick the ball if needed. Of course, a little windy coming off 295 last night.
A little bit, yeah. Especially when you need a small Nissan Versa that just wants to go everywhere.
Central Maine Community College Hammond Lumber Game of the Week on Maine's Big Z 92.7. The video stream can be found at mbr.org. We'll take a 4-minute break. We'll stick with you on the video side of things because that's what we do on the radio side of things. We got some bills to pay, so we'll be right back. Winthrop, Monmouth, and Lisbon for the Class D South title coming up here on Maine's Big Z. Just want to go over the reads here real quick for the folks that are sponsoring our video stream. Orthopedic Associates OA is our presenting sponsor for the Game of the Week. Their Portland Ortho Access Clinic is Maine's first urgent care walk-in clinic for immediate assessment and treatment of sports and activity-related injuries. It's open 6 days a week. For hours, visit orthoaccess.com. We're sitting in a warm and toasty Mechanic Savings Bank broadcast booth. You can visit Mechanic Savings Bank online at mechanicsavingsbank.com. Stay tuned later on for the Moody's Collision Center collision of the game. That's usually when there's a hard hit of some type. Moody's has 11 locations in Maine, so if you get hit, you better take it to Moody's online at moodyscollision.com. MBR.org is Maine's best resource for sports. Find daily scores, live and on-demand video and audio, and support your team at MBR.org, Maine's best resource for sports. I was just going to go through my other read here, but it was a little bit blurry, which was great. That was super helpful when that happens. Always good when that rolls through. Also want to thank Affordable Water Treatment of Maine. They are our Time Out sponsor. You can find more from Affordable Water Treatment of Maine and Maine Radon Pro. Just one call. They treat it all. Water treatment and radon air mitigation services. Find more from them online. Go to affordablewatertreatmentofmaine.com. Coin Flip will be brought to you by Maine Athletic Fundraising. They will help you with all of your fundraising needs. Go to maineaf.com for more information on them. And, of course, we're in the Sunday River Brewing Company pregame show. They're open 7 days a week, starting at 6 a.m. Check out their donuts, beer, and food specials online at SundayRiverBrewingCompany.com.
Donuts and beer.
I know, that's a pretty good combination.
That's all for you guys. Yes, donuts and beer, right?
I'm a skier, so I've driven by that.
You're going to want to stop by there. Tell them we
Think
sent
so?
you.
Bye.
Trust
right.
me on this one.
One
I
of
would
my-
also pick up a dozen-day-old donuts. Just saying, it's
You know
one of
what?
the best values in the state.
You dunk that in a little cup of beer, it tastes like they're brand new.
One of my good friends actually married into the family that owns that.
Yeah.
Really?
Savages.
So you can get those day-old donuts anytime you want?
I could pull some strings, yeah.
They're
Right.
pretty good. We know people over there.
How about a crowd? Wow. I'm impressed.
Yep. Yeah, I was.
Let me know when we're back on the radio side of things.
By the way, I was a little disappointed in the crowd last night. I watched the video stream. Being a puppy that I am, I stayed home with the boss and had a little.
But you're a lot warmer than we were.
Yeah, you were
I
definitely
was
a little
nice and
toastier,
warm, and I
yes.
heard you guys kind of whining about it. But anyway, talking about it, and I was glad I was.
I was going to
home
protest
and-
last night, but I decided not to.
Yeah, yeah. I got a little heater. I should probably bring it with me, so when you guys are in the booth like that, we could throw that on and. Singe
brought
the
that
hair
up.
on your legs, Maddie, when you're wearing shorts. But other than that, it'll be fine.
Yeah, well, remember, we'll be in the far right booth next week, so, That's
Oh,
the
that's
sort of
right.
thing. Yeah, so I got to run the old cable all the way across. which will be
Yeah,
fun.
and there's definitely no heat in that baby.
Of course, just a reminder, we'll have all 4 state championship games for you starting on Friday night. Brunswick and Kennebunk on Maine's Big Z 92.7. Everything else is good to go in terms of that. And 3 games on Saturday. That'll be all from Fitzpatrick Stadium.
The A game will be what? Bonnie Eagle against Portland,
Yes.
and the C game will be we don't know. Cape Elizabeth Wells winner against.
You're all picking Cape. I'm going Wells.
I wasn't picking Cape.
Somebody pick Cape up here.
He's that Boutwell guy.
Yeah, I know. Hey, I'm going to let you guys go ahead and take it. So you guys can do your thing. You've got everything you need. I have to make sure that our board op back at the studio turns on the audio stream for 92.7 for those that need to listen on audio. So I'm going to go give him a call in just a little bit. Guys, have a great call. I'll hang out in case you guys need me. Good luck. Godspeed.
We were talking. So the winner.
Welcome back. We are back on the radio side of things. Maine's Big Z 92.7. Ryan Palmer coach, Dave Wing. I think we're in for a good one today.
Yeah, I think so. I say you want to peak at the right time, and you start the season off, and you could could be beaten early in the season. But what you want to do is you want to peak right about now, and it looks to me like both these teams are playing about as well as they have all year, and that means we're in for a good one, I believe.
And this time of year, too, the key is health.
Get
You got to be healthy. And, you're playing your best ball. You don't want to peak too soon. I think we've seen teams that have done that in the past. And it's really hard to take a look at the first game of the season and dictate how this game's going to go. I don't think you can.
No, as a coach, sometimes you're feeling out who's going to be good in this position. You're going to try a couple guys, and you don't settle on it that very first part of the season. So that'll be important. The other thing is, injuries and weather. We're not going to get much better weather than you're going to see right here today.
Absolutely.
At this time of year.
Mid-40s, maybe closer to 50 degrees.
And the American flag over there on the other side is absolutely just hanging limp. So it's a beautiful day for a football game, and the field's in a little better shape than I thought it might be.
A lot better shape than it was last week. Last week they had speedy dry all over the field because we had that rain there on Thursday. And we're going to be quiet for a minute as the national anthem is going to play. Nice little rendition of the national anthem.
That was a pretty good start, wasn't it? A little long, but
Yeah.
boy, what a great voice, and set the tone for today, I believe.
Now we will see the captains midfield for the main athletic fundraising coin toss. And a game like this, a regional final, you have to always think about who's going to win the turnover battle, field position, all that fun stuff that will play into the outcome.
Yeah, those of us that broadcast a lot and used to coach say turnovers. If you kick the ball and a team gets it on the 20 and they've got to drive 80 yards, the percentages of them driving the length of the field without making a mistake are pretty small. So you hope that you stay away from turnovers and injuries. A big injury early in a ball game to a key player not only changes how you think about what you want to do, it also changes your team's feeling about how things are going. So a lot that goes into this. You just show up and watch the game and you don't realize all that stuff's going on.
And, of course, all the coin flip here. Also big. You never know. See what they do.
Well, last night...
Do you want the ball first if you have a good offense? Do you want to defer if you have a good defense?
Last night, the wind was
yes.
a factor in a lot of the games. Do you want the wind early? Do you want it late? And are you going to call a timeout just before the end of the period so that you kick with the wind? There are a lot of decisions that have to be made in a ball game, especially at this time of year.
Captains are at midfield for Winthrop Monmouth. It's Brad Arsenal, number 20, number 70, Ryan Hafford, number 9, Matt Ingram, and number 40 is Alec Brown. Alec Brown, that big fullback, too. You'll see him run the ball a lot. Let's see what Mr. Whitehat says. I think Winthrop won. Nope. Lisbon won and deferred.
Yep, and they're going to kick.
So here we go. Campbell Conference Class D title game.
Winthrop are going from right to left on the radio dial anyway. Yeah, there's a heck of a crowd all the way around the field, Ryan. As far as we can see,
I'm looking for the maroon colors. You would think that somebody from MCI would be here today.
Oh, I'm sure. And you got to give them credit. They lost twice to Oak Hill, but they're back again.
Yeah.
And look just as good as they have. Big win last night against Dexter.
Convincing. Was it 41-0?
Yes. And I think it was convincing right from the beginning. I think that 41 score could have been higher.
Looking down to the left of the end zone, always nice to see. People don't understand the relationship that Coach Dick Minehan and Oak Hill Coach Station Doucette have, and a lot of the Oak Hill coaching staff is here.
Well, you play for a coach, and sometimes coaches are as important as your parents when you think about your learning years and growing up. And then not only did he play for him, he coached with him for, 7, 8 years, something like that. So, matter of fact, when he took the job, having been the principal at Oak Hill, that's near and dear to my heart. I said to him, don't you dare take this job at Oak Hill for 1 or 2 years and then run back to Lisbon. I'd be really upset with you. So he said, no, I'm in for the long haul. And, boy, he has really done that.
Kicking off for Lisbon, I believe, is going to be number 25, Noah Francis. Back for Winthrop Monmouth is Nate Scott and Bennett Brooks. Bennett Brooks around the right side.
Oh, he
has room. He's going to make a cutback. He's going to take it up to about midfield. And as we talked about, good field position here to start this one.
As you said, you've seen them play twice. I haven't seen them yet. They are fast.
Yes, very quick.
That hole opened up very quickly, and, boy, he accelerated right through it. So it's going to be Lisbon's size and power against Winthrop's Monmouth's speed and quickness.
Noah Williams on the touchdown-saving tackle there for...
Boy, I tell you, what a start.
Ingram in the shotgun. With a man in motion, low snap, he's back to pass. Looking over for Alec Brown. It's going to be... Should have been incomplete pass.
Incomplete pass. Okay. He gave it a good effort to pick it up after he dropped it. But So they started right out expecting some pressure and gave a little screen pass over here to the left, and it wasn't going to go anywhere anyway. I think that's why he was so anxious to try to get going with it. Lisbon has typically played a 5-3 defense. 5 guys up front, 3 linebackers, and 3 deep, but they have to make some adjustments with this spread.
Twins to both sides. Ingram's going to keep this one up over the left side. Looks like he's going to pick up about 2, maybe 3, tackled by a host of Greyhounds.
Yeah, they closed on the ball really quickly there. No question about that.
Cole Boldick, the first one to hit Ingram for Lisbon. 11:20 to go here in the first. No score. The Class D Campbell Conference Championship game between Lisbon and Winthrop Monmouth. Central Maine Community College Hammer game of the day. Ingram back to pass. He's going to look over for Nate Scott. That's going to be another low throw.
Yeah, he said 2 in a row that, well, he's trying to get it there in a hurry. Sometimes you take that snap and you try to throw it without getting your hand on the thread, so he ended up threw 2 of those and really hurt both those plays.
It's like Lisbon will punt. Winthrop will punt, rather. My bad. Number 36, Tyler Cody, will be kicking to Tyler Halls. If Cody is smart, he will not kick it to him.
Oh, nice kick.
And he's going to be right at him. Tyler Halls at the 5.
Oh.
He's going to be brought down at about the 7-yard line. Great pursuit there by number 15 for Winthrop Monmouth. That is Andrew Pizurko.
The Cardinal rule is stand on the 10, and if it goes anyway, if to take a step back, let it go. The chance of it hitting and not going into the end zone are pretty slim, and Halls decided to keep it himself.
He let that go, goes into the end zone. That's an automatic touchback.
Out of the 20.
So we'll see Lisbon first offensive series, led by quarterback senior Tyler Halls.
So both teams so far have started in a 4. I think it's because of the spread and the chance for the read. Playing a 5 really puts you at a disadvantage.
Power eye. Hall's going to keep it around the left side. Put his head down. So he's going to pick up about 4. Take up to about the 9-yard line.
You know, they ran that
14-yard line
on all the extra points last week against against Oak Hill. A little keep around the corner. He's very quick, and he likes to run with the ball, no question.
Be 2nd and 7. Down's not going very far, maybe a yard or so. The handoff is to number 45.
Is that Grover?
Glover,
Sorry,
yeah.
Glover. Now that was something that we hadn't seen before. Straight eye formation, all 4 backs lined right up. It's great for deception, but it doesn't allow you to get wide at all, and it means everybody can pack it in. So it's a power formation. Big 3rd down.
So they're in it again. That's going nowhere, and Tyler Halls wasn't at quarterback that time.
Yeah, I think it was
Lucas Francis.
Lucas Francis at quarterback. A little something we saw in the second half last week against Oak Hill.
Like both teams are going to exchange punts here to start this one. 9:27 to go in the first.
This is that feeling
No
out
score.
period, you know, that first series. See what they're going to be playing for defense.
Be 4th and 5. We'll see what Halls does. Looks like he's going to keep it. It's going to be a fake, and that's going nowhere.
Oh, baby.
Not sure that was a smart decision by Tyler Halls.
Wow.
You're going to give Winthrop Monmouth very good field position, and they're going to have it at about the 15-yard line.
You know, you see teams run the Australian punt where he runs a little bit, and if he feels pressure, he kicks it. That's what I thought he was going to do, but all of a sudden he picked it up and tried to run, and he had nowhere to go.
Whatever hole was there was bottled up real quick.
Yes. Well, I think that's that Winthrop speed you talked about. Winthrop Monmouth is very quick.
Give is going to be to Alec Brown up the middle. He's going to take it inside the 10 to the 9.
They ran some motion, fullback belly. That's an old wing T play. And both teams are showing a little bit of everything here to get this started.
Very, very similar happened last week for Winthrop Monmouth against Derigo having the ball on the 15. Derigo went to punt, and Cooper Chasen's knee went down.
Oh, boy.
A low snap, and, of course, high school it's blown dead. Have a 2nd and 5 here. It's like Nate Brooks that's going to nowhere on the counter.
A little bit of a counter with the pulling the guard and trapping opposite, and really not much. Both teams playing pretty good defense so far in this ball game.
I'm trying to see where's the flag here. Which way is the wind blowing? This is definitely in field goal range for Winthrop Monmouth. We saw them. They do have a kicker.
Yeah. The flag isn't moving at all across the field, but right straight across. It's not moving at all. No. It feels like there's a little wind, but.
The 3rd and 5. Ingram's back to pass. He's going to be taken out. The ball's fumbled, and Lisbon's going to be on it.
Well, there you go. The break that Lisbon needed to keep them out of the end zone. He hung on the ball too long, and he had it way down at his down by his thigh pad, running with the ball a little bit, getting ready to throw it, and he had nowhere to go. And Lisbon knocked the ball loose. Big turnover for Lisbon. You know, that kind of makes up for that. Going for it on 4th down when and they didn't make it. They kind of stemmed the tide there. Now they got a little bit better field position out at about the 14.
No meniscus on the fumble recovery. And we're going to have Lisbon here. 1st and 10. Looks like the give is going to be to Lucas Francis. He's going to fall in for about 4.
Here's the offense we saw the first half last week against Oak Hill. 2 tight ends, 2 tight wings. They run a little short 1 or 2-step motion, pitch the ball to the wing, and try to run off tackle opposite. So we saw plenty of that, and that's about a 4-yard gain. You keep doing that, you're gonna gain a lot of yardage.
You pick up a 4, 2nd down 6, 7:27 to go here in the 1st, no score. That carry is going nowhere for Lisbon. I didn't see who had the ball.
Yeah, that was Noah Francis coming from the other side, and it's almost like, maybe somebody else is going to get some yardage, but Noah Francis isn't going to get any. They had everybody coming.
So we'll see what Coach Minahan calls.
3rd and long, and this is a tough part of the field. You don't want to give the ball up again, and yet you'd like to get a 1st down and see if it couldn't get moving just a little bit.
Counter is going absolutely nowhere, and that's going to be hit for a loss. And we're going to have another 4th. It's going to be 4th and about 9.
Yeah, I think what Lisbon, what Monmouth Winthrop Monmouth has decided to do is simply send people up the middle and see if they can get into the backfield before either one of those running backs get off the edge. And so far, it's been very effective.
Hall's back to punt, but we saw last time where he didn't punt. I can't imagine he's going to do it now again.
He's not very deep.
Halls is going to kick it away. It's going to be right at
Ingram.
number 5, Nate Scott.
Oh, Scott, I'm sorry.
He's up to the 30, still on his feet. Take it to about 27-yard line. Now Winthrop, good field position again.
Absolutely.
So, 5:48 to go in the 1st, still no score.
I would say that first impression, I've always said that special teams are such a big part of the game, and it appears that Winthrop's punting game, their punter got off a tremendous kick, so that can even up things very quickly or give you a decided advantage.
The give's going to be to Nate Scott. He's going to be hit the line of scrimmage. He might fall ahead for a yard. I tell you, one big name for Lisbon that we have not called yet is Tyrese Joseph.
No. Is that 54 that's down or 64?
54, I believe. Looks like it's Luke St. Hilaire Jr.
He was quite a ways downfield, and suddenly he's on the ground. couldn't see what it is that they're looking at.
It's like a knee.
It's like a knee. Hate to see that.
He's trying to get up, but
Both teams so far, Ryan, are taking chances on defense. They're sending people. They're trying to. Lisbon has tried to come off the edges, and Winthrop has come up the inside with their stunting. So little bit different philosophies, but both very effective. And I happen to be one of those kind of coaches. I used to do that. I took risks. Said we're going to put pressure on the offense as much as we can, and once in a while you get burned, but
St. Hilaire is up under his own power and walking off. Good to see.
the issue with smaller schools like this, though, is whether you have somebody who can take his place. I always just say the Class A teams have no idea when they lose somebody, they got two guys ready to come in, no problem. And Class D, not so much.
Especially with Derigo this year for the majority of the season, suiting up 18. The counterplay to number 15 is Pizurko. That going nowhere.
Yeah, really. Anything, like I say, both teams are coming hard up the middle. The defensive line for Lisbon, kind of like what we saw last week, they were very physical and in the backfield against Oak Hill a lot, and they're doing the same thing today. Mason
Jeffries on the stop there for Lisbon. Approaching 5 minutes to go here in the first. Still no score. Winthrop's going to have it 3rd and 9. Ingram back to pass. Looks for Nate Scott. Diving catch. Is complete.
What a catch. I think
that's going to be right on the line.
A little short, but
I think
boy,
we're going
it's
to see
close.
a measurement.
They should call for one. Anyway, coaches should.
They are going to measure.
Wow. He kind of threw on the run under pressure, and Scott made a tremendous catch. Those are the kind of big plays you need in a playoff game.
You were right, just a hair short.
Yes, a hair short.
So we'll see. 4th and see if they no, they're going to go for it. I thought maybe they might kick here. They do have a kicker like we talked about.
Oh, that would be quite a kick, though.
Let's see, 19, 29, 33 yada. Fourth and short like this, I think Ingram can just fall ahead for the first down.
Yeah, really. Good point. We've seen that a lot this year. I have at least. Quarterback sneak.
We'll see if he goes under center. And he will. 4th and 1. Here we go. It's going to be give to Alec Brown. I think he's going to have it.
Well, he had to earn it, but he got it, I believe.
26, Lucas Francis. .4:15 to go here in the first. No score. Lisbon against Winthrop Monmouth, Class D Camo Conference title game. Nate Brooks around the left side. He's going to make a cutback. He's going to be hit out of bounds.
Boy, Scott made a nice adjustment there. He started to go inside up the field and then skirted just a slide step to the left to get a couple more yards. Tell you what, though, Lisbon's playing really good defense.
Yes, they are. Noah Beniscus on the stop. As we take a look down in front of us, there's the MCI team. Ingram's going to be back to pass. He's going to roll out to the right. He's going to keep it. Looks like he's going to be close to a first down. We'll see where he went out of bounds. Looks like he's going to be out of bounds at about the 12.
That, yep. Oh, he went out a little sooner than we thought. Well, no, about the 12.
Tyrese Joseph forced him out. Yeah, we said his name.
There you go. But this is definitely a 4-down zone. I consider even if they kick means they're doing something offensive on 4th down. So they've got 2 downs to get this. They've had the better of the field position this entire first period.
Ingram's going to be back to pass. He's going to look for Nate Scott. He's going to overthrow him. That's going to bring up 4th down and 4. So we'll see. They are going to kick.
He's going to send out
field goal unit.
Field goal unit and the tee. Well, that's a big hold for
36.
for Lisbon again. Very big hold.
Tyler Cody.
I'd always watch for the fake because the quarterback's the holder.
Yes.
Ingram. Ooh, we got everybody standing up.
It's down. Cody's kick is up. And it's good.
Wow, what a weapon. What a weapon.
It's like close to a 30 out of there. By Tyler Cody, Winthrop Monmouth's going to take a 3-0 lead. 3:50 to go here in the first.
That's kind of what happened last week. Remember, Oak Hill drove down, got a field goal, but didn't do him much good. But again, you know, pretty good defense. I think if you ask Lisbon, they'll take the 3 versus touchdown. They've held twice down here now.
Tyler Cody will kick off. Tyler Hall's back for the Greyhounds. The kick is away. Looks like it's going to be the left-hand side. I can't get the number who has it, but he's taken up to about the 31-yard line.
I didn't see the number either. Nice return, though. Took the ball and got as much yardage as he could. Pretty good field position, 34-yard line. Nice crowd and a beautiful day.
Not bad for November in Maine. Lisbon will have it first and 10. Just to be at the 34-yard line. Lucas Francis with it. Be forced out of bounds after a 4 or 5 yard gain.
Yeah, I think they need to stick with a little bit wider game because Winthrop Monmouth is really coming up the middle. So they've got to get stuff like that, pitches where they can get outside. Maybe some option outside, too.
We haven't seen Lisbon throw yet.
No. Well, they've had poor field position.
So the give it is to Lucas Francis. Noah Francis, sorry. Looks like he's going to be about a yard short.
That's Noah. He usually wears 25, and his white jersey is 26, looks like. That's definitely him. Oh, ball's on the ground, it looked like.
Going to be a fumble, and it looks like Winthrop Monmouth's going to have it.
They think they do anyway.
We'll see what the call is.
The officials, I always love, they take their time.
No, they're saying his knee down.
Evidently. Wow.
Yep, saying he was down.
First down.
That'll be enough for the first down. First and 10 for the Greyhounds. 46-yard line. Gives going to be 23. Is that?
Yeah, I think that they do well to fake that and roll away from it because everybody's going in the direction of that man in motion. The counter didn't work because they Winthrop stunned it up the middle.
There's Hall's back to pass. He's going to roll out right.
Oh, he's got him.
Over the middle. It's going to be complete. Number 22, Lucas Francis.
You know, it's just what I was talking about. If you could find a way to roll behind that and run a pass pattern, wow, it's going to be wide open because everybody's coming after those two backs.
First and 10 for the Greyhounds inside Winthrop territory. Give is going to be to Lucas Francis again. He's going to put his head down. Fall ahead for about 4.
You know, Ryan, if I'm looking at this, it almost looks like Winthrop's playing almost like a 65 goal line. That last 2 plays, they had 6 down people on the line of scrimmage. They're just trying to pack it in. I'm sure they'll switch it out as we get moving along, but they were loaded for bear there. That's that bear defense. 3 guys covering the interior 3.
Tyler Hall's going to keep it himself.
A nice push by his offensive line.
Looks like it's going to be about a yard or 2 short. We'll see where the spot is. Looks like the spot's going to be right on the 25. Nope, it's going to be on the 26. Looks like we're going to get a 3rd and 2.
4 down zone.
Under a minute to play here in the first. Winthrop leads 3-0. Big 3rd down here. 26 is going to be Noah Francis, and he's going to have plenty for the first down.
Dragging people. That's that same bear defense. I used to call it TNT, where they have a nose man on the center and 2 tackles on the guard. So you aren't going to run inside very much, but you know what? They just did. They ran right behind the left guard and just drove him right off the line of scrimmage.
Be first down for Lisbon inside the 20-yard line. They'll get one more play off before the end of the quarter. Looks like we're going to have movement procedure penalty here.
I would assume so. I didn't see a signal yet.
We'll be
Yeah, that's
back
what it
up
was.
5.
Yep, 5 yards. But again, in a offense where you're getting 3, 4, 3, 4, whatever, you don't want 5-yard penalties because it puts you behind your game. It really does.
And that's going to end the first quarter. They are not going to get a play off. On the radio side of things, we're going to take a break. You're listening to Winthrop Monmouth versus Lisbon, 3-0 after 1 on Maine's Big Z 92.7.
You know, when you're running an offense that's predicated on ball control, 3 yards, 4 yards, and so on, to have a 5-yard penalty now, you've got to do something a little bit different because you can't just run the same thing unless you get a big gainer on first or second down. So puts Winthrop in a spot that they don't like to be in, I don't think. Although it seems to me Tyler Hawes can make things happen. He throws the ball well. He can run, and I think they need to take advantage of that.
We are back on the radio side of things. Maine's Big Z 92.7. 1 quarter in the books. 3-0 Winthrop Monmouth. Lisbon is going to have it. First and 15 at the Winthrop 24-yard line. And his speed and his smarts that Tyler Halls has makes him a weapon, but also it helps with the protection that he gets.
No question. Yep.
First and 15 for Lisbon. It's going to be up the middle to Lucas Francis. He's going to fall ahead to about the 21-yard line. Sorry, Noah Francis.
Yeah, just a straight ahead, trying to get really back to that original line of scrimmage. They are in a 4-down zone, though.
They're on balance on the right side.
They are.
Hall's going to be back to pass. He's going to look for Tyrese Joseph, but no, he's going to go underneath to number 22. Is that Lucas Francis?
Yes. Yep. So again, just what we talked about, a little wrinkle in there where the fake of the pitch and then roll behind it, hit his back in the back into the flat, picked up 5-6 yards.
Definitely in 4-down territory, so they're going to have a 3rd and 6 here. I can't imagine Lisbon would try a field goal, but never know, I guess. Well, no, they went for 2 every time last week.
That's right. Yep.
Give is going to be over the left side. He's going to be stood up. He's going to pick up maybe 2.
Nate Scott on the initial hit. Wow, that was a good pop.
4th and 5.
Big call here for Coach Moynihan and the Greyhounds. They're taking their time making the call here.
I wonder if they'll take a timeout here.
I think they might. Yep, good call, Coach. You know, you don't want to make a mistake here. You don't get many chances to get down here, and you want to make sure you've got the play you want. Talk it over the coaches. He keeps his headset on, and he talks to the guy up in the booth, and he talks to Coach Moynihan, and they trying to decide exactly what they want to do. You know, they haven't been successful with a counter, even though normally this is a play where the counter might work.
Yep.
I think that interior bear defense, TNT, everybody covered inside, makes that a little harder to run. Got to run it wider. And I think they need to let Halls roll out where he has an option to run or throw. And they have the wide side of the field coming toward us. So there's a good possibility he could do that.
Coach Moynihan, who's been around for a very, very long time.
He has, and he's changed what he ran for an offense according to what he has for people.
And that's what you have to do.
Yeah, no question.
I've seen some coaches that run the same stuff no matter who they have because that's what they believe in. And 4th and 5. Here we go.
Boy, 2 tights, 2 wings.
It's like Hall's going to be back to pass. He's going to take it himself, and I believe he is. Ooh, that's going to be close.
Wow.
That is going to be a Mooney's collision.
Yeah, I don't
nominee for.
Yeah, I don't think he got it.
We'll see where the spot is.
No,
and he is short.
I think they drove him out just short. 2 guys from Winthrop came out of that, kind of bent over. That was a nasty hit on the sideline.
Collision of the game nominee right there.
We didn't get the number, unfortunately,
but
wow, that was a hit. So both teams have been able to hold the other at bay here.
So now Winthrop Monmouth's going to take over. It's like at the 8-yard line, 9-yard line. This play's going to be blown dead. We got flags on the field. Looks like it's going to be a procedure penalty. That's going to back Winthrop Monmouth up to the 4.
Boy, mistakes, you don't want them down here.
Minutes to go here in the first half. 3-0 Winthrop Monmouth. They will have the ball 1st and 15 deep inside their own territory. It's like the give's going to be to Nate Scott. He's going to make a cut. He's still on his feet. Another cut. He's going to take it up to about the 16-yard line.
Boy, he is elusive. You know, they had him trapped twice, and he just made a little slide step. You know, I always used to say, I taught him that. Yeah, not so much.
as we see in different sports, especially the high school level, there's just some things that happen that are not teachable.
No,
They just got to be within.
He just has that instinct, and boy, it paid off.
Be 2nd and 3. Looks like the give's going to be to Alec Brown. He's going to be stood up the line of scrimmage, so we're going to get a 3rd down here.
Yeah, I think with their speed and a little bit of lack of size against Lisbon, I think they have trouble running inside. Lisbon's been pretty tough inside all year.
Third and 2. Give's going to be to Nate Scott. Makes a cup. Ooh, this is going to be close.
I don't think so.
We'll see where the spot is. I think he might. Ooh.
Boy, it's right on.
They're going to measure. They're going to have to.
Call for a measurement.
Oh,
no,
4th down.
No, they ain't going to measure. Okay, then.
Can the coach request
Yes,
one?
you can, and it has to be given if it's that close. And the interesting thing, you've heard me on radio say this more than once, the officials move the ball.
Yes.
Once they pass it into the hash mark, there's no sense measuring. It's just eyeballing it now.
4th and 1, and look, they're going to go for it.
Holy.
It's going to be Alec Brown, and he's going to have it.
He's got it. Wow. That, in playoff time, is some guts, baby.
Yes.
That's like an old suicide squeeze for a baseball coach. You know, it works, but boy, when it doesn't, it's not good.
The hero of the GOAT. No candy today? You slacking?
I brought it. It's in my bag. I'll get it out here in a minute.
So 1st and 10 for Winthrop. Approaching 8 minutes to go here in the first half. Winthrop's leads 3-0. Gives going to be to Nate Scudder on the right side. He's going to make a cut. He's going to be taken out of bounds by number 3, Tyrese Joseph. Be 2nd and 4. Counter to Nate Scott. He's going to have the 1st down.
Boy, you know, for a wiry guy, he really fights for that yardage.
And Nate Scott is coming off limping. That ain't a good sign.
Uh-oh. You know, the twisting, turning, sometimes you get something caught when somebody's tackling you, and not good.
So Winthrop will have it 1st and 10. Their own 38. Tyler Cody on the carry.
Buck sweep. Hold the guard and try to get outside.
Pick up 3 or 4.
It's always interesting when a kid like Nate Scott gets hurt and he's sitting on the bench. The coach is waving his arm, thrashing around. The trainer's just as calm.
Gives him to be up the middle to Alec Brown. He's going to have the 1st down.
Oh, and more. Wow, just keeps his legs churning. You know, those good quick backs, they just hard to bring down. They're shifty and feet moving.
He will take it into Lisbon territory. At the 41-yard line. 6:35 to go here in the first half. Winthrop leads 3-0. Tyler Cody will pick up about 2 yards.
Winthrop backs pick their holes very well. They keep searching for that spot where they can turn up and run.
Nope, Zerko on the carry, my bad. Mason Jeffries on the stop for Lisbon. Be 2nd and 9. Back to pass and thrown a little bit behind Bennett Brooks. I tell you what, he makes that catch, he has some room.
I think he might have.
He's gone.
I think he might have split the secondary and gone all the way. He was wide open. Good call by the coaches.
Looks like we're going to have a third. Scoreboard says 3rd and 8, so we'll go with that.
I'm checking on the sideline. The trainer's working on Nate Scott's knee, it looks like. Might have wrenched it when he twisted. Going to get up on his feet and try it at least.
Ingram's back to pass. Look over the middle for Bennett Brooks. That's going to be thrown behind him again. We're going to need a 4th down and 8. And we'll see if it looks like they're going to pin and beat. They're going to punt.
This was a promising drive to begin with, and then since Scott got hurt, they haven't moved the ball much, that one run.
Cody is back at about midfield. Tyler Halls is back at the 5. So we'll see. Low snap. Kick is away.
Oh, not up to his regular standard. Oh, he's going to get a roll, though.
Looks like it's going to be down at the 7-yard line. So not a bad kick there for Cody.
He got a nice roll, and again, Lisbon's going to start with horrible field position. This is the 3rd time in a row now. You know, at 5:37, what they want is they want to drive out at least to midfield. So then if they had to kick, they could kick it down in and keep the score where it is. You know, unless they can break a big one.
5.5 to play in the first half. 3-0 Winthrop. Lisbon's going to have it 1st and 10 at their own 6. Lucas Francis is going to take it up to about 14.
This has been very much a field position
Sorry,
game
Noah
so
Francis.
far.
Be 2nd and 3. Winthrop went and deferred. Lisbon defer.
We thought that Lisbon deferred.
Okay. Lucas Francis is going to have, I think, will be enough for a 1st down.
Now that was a formation we hadn't seen before, Coach. They ran with a tight wing to the left and I formation with the I back down in a stance. You hardly ever see that. And good for the 1st down.
Gives him to be up the middle to Noah Francis.
Boy, I tell you, this has been just a real defensive battle, hasn't it? Both teams really having to work to gain yardage.
Hunter Hamlin on the stop for the Ramblers.
That quick hit is trying to get just outside that inside bear TNT defense and hit just outside the guard, see if they can't pop an opening there.
Keeper for Tyler Halls. Looks like he's going to be run out of bounds, and he'll have enough for the 1st down. We'll see the spot.
Boy, he's got some speed, hasn't he?
Nate Scott still in the sidelines trying to stretch out.
Yeah, he's having trouble with that. You know how much he wants to play as a senior. He is so frustrated. So frustrated. Wow, Lisbon keeps finding ways to get a 1st down. Tyler Hall is using that skill.
3:37 to go in the 1st half. 3-0 Winthrop. Noah Francis is going to take it up. About the 36-yard line.
You know, he just keeps his legs moving, and he is so big and strong. He's his own blocker. You know, I'm amazed at how the crowd's kind of sedate, both sides. It's been such a defense. I don't know if it's nerves, everybody's a little tense, but there's been pretty quiet.
So that one's going to be Lucas Francis. He's going to have enough for the first down.
Boy, he just kept his legs driving, kept finding that hole. Lisbon got a nice little drive going here now. That's about 10 plays so far. Just kind of what I talked about. Get a good drive and at least get out with a 3-0 at worst. And maybe they can break into the lead here at the end.
Lucas Francis again is going to make a cut. The fumble!
I think Lisbon might have gotten it, though. I think that it came right to him. Wow, not what Lisbon wanted when they've been moving the ball so well. Just kind of squirted out. He had a lineman on the ground. It fell right in his hands.
Yes, right place, right time.
Thank you very much.
Approaching 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Be a 2nd 5 for Lisbon. Halls is going to keep it. We're going to have a flag. That's going to be coming back when we get a hold.
He picked up the first down, but it's coming back. And that is the signal. Again, those 10-yard penalties, boy, when you're struggling to really move the ball, hurt. It really hurt.
So it'll be a spot foul. So it looks like we're going to have be a 2nd 15.
I still think they're susceptible to that pass off on the little short motion.
Halls is going to keep it.
Yeah, he picks up 7-8 yards every time he runs with it. Third and more manageable. They're not in a 4-down zone, though. They would have to kick here. Tell you, Coach, both teams are playing the defensive backs up pretty close, and there's not a lot of room in there.
And we're going to get a timeout called by Winthrop, I believe, this time.
Yes.
I believe it's only 2nd timeout called. I think both teams still have 2.
I think they have 2 each. Now, that time they lined up, Lisbon lined up with two wingbacks tight on the left-hand side, which means it's a good opportunity to block off that corner, but it also means they could run an in and out pattern, and it's almost like a pick on that corner. So see if they come back with it again.
And both teams, I mean, you're going to see that when you get to a regional final, but both teams just seem to have so many weapons.
Yes.
We have yet to see a play made to Tyrese Joseph, which is Joseph,
hey, that's a Matty Boutwell sighting.
Yes, here he is.
We thought
he's still here.
His kid said, "Hey, Daddy, we want to go home." Not so much. They wanted fried dough. Oh, they wanted fried dough. Talking priorities here.
You can definitely tell they're my kids.
Yes.
3rd and 8. Here we go.
They lined up in that same formation, Coach.
Halls is going to, no, it's going to be Francis with the ball. He's going to look for Tyrese Joseph. He's going to be picked off. 36, Tyler Cody still on his feet. He's going to take it into Lisbon territory. And with 1:07 left and 2 timeouts,
It really was a single pattern, one receiver out, and they had about 4 people covering him, and Francis tried to gun it in there, and it just wasn't there.
Ingram in the shotgun.
Probably see the ball in the air now.
No, he's going
No.
to keep it himself. And if he's going to fumble the ball, Lisbon's going to be on it.
Back and forth.
So now what do you do if you're Lisbon? Are you
No.
just going to halftime 3-0?
No, I think you go 3-0.
Yeah.
You run Francis, see if you can punish somebody a little bit. And really, I think that 3-0 score pretty much tells the tale of the half, don't you think?
I agree.
I think that pretty much is what it's been. A defensive struggle with some decent offense, but not enough to get it in the end zone. It's interesting, too. I don't know. I think Tyler Hall's rolling out that last play with the ability to throw left hand, coming this side of the left hand. He throws the ball very well. I think I'd use that.
So Francis is the quarterback again. We'll see.
Shows you what I know.
He's going deep.
He's going deep for him.
And that's almost picked off. Francis threw kind of a duck there. It wasn't really a tight spiral.
One of the things for a quarterback is you try to teach quarterbacks not to overthrow the ball, because when you overthrow, it's just like overthrowing a curveball and it doesn't break. Well, when you overthrow the football, your wrist breaks down, and you got to duck. And, boy, that was definitely a quacker. No question about that.
56 left on the clock. Second 10 for Lisbon at their own 24. Be a halfback pass, and Hall's going to be taken down.
Wow. Yeah, it was a jet sweep with a pass off from it, and there was nowhere to run. Now Winthrop's going to use a timeout, I believe. Yes, they do.
Zach Wallace with a sack.
30,
well, actually, no, not really a sack.
38 seconds. So now they got to run one play, and they'll get another timeout. So they're going to have to punt the ball.
Right now, if you're Lisbon, what do you do?
Well, if the play doesn't take any time at all, they're going to use 4 or 5 seconds. So it means that when you have to kick, and we've already seen their